pick scrapes, slides, dive bombs, all three of these things can be done multiple ways, and they're all interchangeable, and they all revolve around two things: technique and timing. They're also the best way to link riffs, or to go from one riff or part to another. Say you've got a couple riffs and you're wondering how to put them back to back. Well, what you're gonna learn in this video will solve that problem for you forever. I'm gonna play a short riff here demonstrating all three things: pick scrapes, slides, and dive bombs. And I'm gonna kind of play it twice, but the second time around, I'm not gonna do any type of dive bomb stuff in case you don't have a whammy bar. And you'll see that you can simply swap them out for pick scrapes or slides, no big deal. And of course, I'm gonna have all the backing tracks, guitar tabs, and video stuff bundled up for you to download and practice on your own after the lesson here, which you can grab over on Patreon. There's a link in the description and in the comment section of this video. All right, so here's that quick little jam demonstrating all three techniques in some way, shape, or form. And don't let this scare you if it seems too difficult or overwhelming, because I'm gonna have a much easier follow-along exercise for you to check out and practice with after this demonstration. So with each technique, as I mentioned, timing is very important. Slides, for instance, at what point in the midst of the riff or the beat do you start the slide, and where do you want it to end? Most importantly, you want it to be in time. Slides and scrapes and dives are often used to transition one riff to another. I hear that issue from guys all the time asking, how do I make one riff lead into another? The simplest and most stylistic way is to simply just slide from the end of one riff into the beginning of another. And voila, just like that, you've created a cool sounding transition that, whereas before, without any type of stylistic flair, may have sounded like, boring or rigid, just two riffs back to back. But still, how do you know where to start a slide or a scrape or a dive and where to end it? You always want to start on a beat or on the and of a beat, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that one on the and, I went up. And on the 4, I went back down. And 4. Same as slides, or scrapes and dives. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stuff like that. So let's take a closer look at each technique. Starting with slides. This could be an entire lesson in itself, but just quickly, you generally want to slide with one string. Let's take the 6th string. I started on 12 there. 15 is a good starting place. 18. So that was from 18. I got a little 5th string in there, and that's cool too. So it's all a taste thing. That's 2 strings. That sounds great. Most of the time I'm going with 1 string and then going up, like I mentioned. A lot of the time you go up faster and down slower. See, so this only took up a half a beat, and this took up a full beat. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't have to come in on an and. Can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That slide I started up here maybe around 12, and that took up 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, can slide up. Like into another riff. Say we're going. So easy to transition up or down. A lot of the time, if you're going to a key change to something higher, a slide up sounds better. If you're going to something lower, you're playing something dun 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 dun. Wow, boom, boom, boom. You know, a downward pitch thing, whether it's a slide or a dive bomb, would sound cool in those instances. So let's look at pick scrapes. So I call this the front edge of my pick, and I'll typically bend the pick over like that to get a nice big. I typically hold either a chord or my hands on the neck down here just to keep things cleaner. There's more string noise happening there if I'm not holding this, but unwanted string noise, I should say. See how that's nice and clean? When I take my pick off, I'm definitely getting the 6th and 5th string in there. I'm taking advantage of each little groove in these wound strings. Doesn't sound as good on plain strings. Barely hear it there, but it's the winds around your lower strings that get it in there. 4th string sounds good, some 5th and 4th together. For a little higher pitch thing, when I was a kid, I used to like to put the pick in between the 6th and the 5th string and hear each fret. So that's an option. That was between 5 and 4. So you can do that. Just get stylistic with it. Also, you can do them up. Start here. Like you saw in the example of that first thing I played. And that one part was like, or actually maybe it was, I can't remember the riff right now, but it was, there was the tail of it. So that, and just putting, again, the front edge of the pick, the bend inward, this way, like that. I'm just pushing hard there, so I'm actually fretting this. So, some different types of slides. I'm sorry, scrapes. And then dive bombs. 6th string always sounds awesome. Longer the amount of space they take up, sometimes the cooler they sound, because the quick one's kind of like real quick, but nice and dramatic. So you can do them with chords, you can do them with just an open string like I did in the 6th. I always like the 5th string too. I'm sorry. 4th string sounds awesome. It can go up. It's kind of a trick too. You can just pluck it with your left hand if you like. Your harmonics. Artificial. Again, possibilities are endless with that. Just little tricks of up and down, and, you know, going away. Not necessarily a dive bomb, but just more of a whammy bar trick. Now let's take a look at a practice exercise that I put together for you. It might sound like a boring exercise, but it's gonna teach you about timing, where to start each technique, its duration, and how to land perfectly into the next part. This follow-along exercise is going to consist of 3 groups. The first group is going to have 4 slides in it with various timings of those slides. The second group is going to have 4 pick scrapes, also with various timings. And the third group is going to have 4 dive bombs. And it's going to be like this. We're going to count to 4, and then we're going to do the technique on beat 1 the next time. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to start again. 1, 2, 3. And this time we're going to do it on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next time on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll get the hang of that pattern. It's going to be the same with pick scrapes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have a chord in between each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I recommend watching this video once all the way through so that you can hear and see exactly what's going to be happening, and then grabbing your guitar and playing along with me to try it for yourself. And remember, practice makes perfect. Okay, so the order is going to be 4 slides, then 4 pick scrapes, then 4 dive bombs. And remember, if you can't do dive bombs because you don't have a whammy bar, just swap it out for something else. Do a pick scrape or a slide, or alternate those, or play some chord or some other cool trick. The possibilities are endless. I'll be counting out loud to help guide you along in hopes that you'll eventually be able to do this on your own without really having to think about it. And in time, the premise and feel of all this will begin to feel natural for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. One more slide on 4, then scrapes are going to be next. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. One more scrape on 4 and then dive bombs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dive. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and dive. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Once you start to get the hang of these things, I think you'll begin to get the feel for where to place these type of transitional elements. And I think that you'll ultimately find that combining riffs all of a sudden becomes a whole lot easier. But again, it's going to take practice. Getting a good feel for the timing of all this stuff probably won't happen overnight, but it can happen within a couple days if you commit yourself to practicing along with the backing tracks. And then eventually you'll be able to graduate to the harder exercise I played at the beginning of this video. And remember, I've got the guitar profiles for you, which include interactive tablature that scrolls along as you play, and you can hear the drums and start and stop and slow things down if you need to. You can also play along without my voice guidance if you prefer. And it's all bundled up into a mini course called Pick Scrapes, Slides, and Dive Bombs over on Patreon. It's got everything you'll need for both exercises you saw today, and it's the best way to start building your skills and confidence so that you can begin freely playing anything you want to on your guitar. And I'm trying to design my mini courses so that they all work together from every angle to help you craft your own guitar style. Maybe you're feeling hesitant about some of the riffing that you saw in today's video. Well, my 5-minute riffing workout course is perfect for helping you develop your riffing skills. And if you watch that video, you'll see that everything I played in there, all the riffs could have been linked with pick scrapes, slides, and dive bombs. So they're just designed to work together hand in hand to help you develop in every way. And they're all available over on Patreon with so many more lessons on the way too. So get in now, and I know you'll thank yourself on the other side.